Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. This changes everything. Before I get into the content, I have to let you know this video is sponsored by Radiomaster. I'd like to say thanks to Radiomaster for bringing me on as an official reviewer and content creator. And while I expect to have a lot of fun with this radio, I'm looking forward to what they have planned for the future because this is a big step and I can only imagine what they have planned next. I'd like to invite you to join me on Patreon. I've got a couple of different membership levels on Patreon, including a new one that's a low-cost option if you'd like to support my work on the channel. So for as much as a cup of coffee, you can make a small donation to the channel to help me keep producing videos just like this one. Radiomaster contacted me some time ago and asked me if I'd like to come on board as an official reviewer and creator for the Radiomaster product line, and of course I said yes. I do want to make the point though that most of the work I did on the radio itself was completed before they ever reached out to me. Well, you know I'm a huge fan of the TX16s, and I have to tell you, when I opened the box on this thing, I literally turned the air blue with expletives. This thing just flat took my breath away. Part of the reason for that is because it is RC Video Reviews on a radio. I mean, this color scheme matches the branding that I have on RC Video Reviews perfectly. It's got the red, the black, silver, the white. These are all the primary colors that I use on the channel, and it's absolutely stunning to look at. Let's go over some details on the radio real quick, and then I'll cover some Q&A I conducted with Radiomaster to give you some information about what's going on here. So in this new radio lineup, there are three colors. They've got silver, carbon fiber, and rose gold. I picked the silver because I'm in Florida and because I really wanted to have that RC Video Reviews theme going on with the radio. As far as the CNC hardware goes, they'll be black, silver, gold, red, and purple at the time of the release. I'll get into more details on the Q&A later. Obviously, I've got the silver version with the red CNC. Notice that they embossed sys and model on the two buttons on the top. That's a real nice touch because that makes that much more visible. They stuck with the metal roller, and this is anodized red to match, as are the buttons on the side here. And then another really cool thing are the leather grips on the side, and those are actually leather. I got the black ones, and they're embossed with the Radiomaster logo there on the side. And then the stick ends, they're obviously matched with the CNC as well. Standard stick ends, but they're lined up with the CNC. They even included red anodized switch nuts and red anodized pot covers. No changes on the sliders on the side in terms of CNC or bling though. And then on the back, they really stepped up their game with a metal folding handle. So yep, that's metal and it is folding. If you buy a colorized TX16s, you'll get a standard metal handle, but they'll have the anodized metal folding handles available as a standalone upgrade for about 13 bucks. They didn't change the geometry of the case, so you have the same side grips there on the side, the same pistol grip on the back, and the same big battery that they have on the TX16s. Connectivity on the bottom remains the same USB port, 2 UARTs, and the same SD card slot on the bottom. There were no notable mechanical updates under the hood. except for the addition of the second speaker, and they did mention there were some upgrades in the plastics and the pot sliders. They also include a Radiomaster branded neck strap and a protective screen cover for the LCD. And just like in prior versions of the TX16s, they give you a USB-C cable, a little TX16s keyring, and a couple of extra springs in the box. Speaking of the box, they include the same EPP foam protective case that they ship all the other TX16s with, and that is form fit for the radio. I'd like to cover a little bit of the Q&A that I conducted with Radiomaster on the speaker. The most notable thing right off the bat is that they did include an upgraded speaker, and I went ahead and assigned a sound file to the momentary switch just so you could hear it.
Flaps down, flaps down.
I haven't installed the Amber sound pack yet, you can bet I will, but the audio quality on this definitely sounds a lot louder than the original TX16s that I got.
Flaps down.
It really sounds very good. I won't be able to really make a comparison against the other radios like I did in the audio shootout until I get the Amber sound pack. I really need to have that installed so I can make a fair assessment. As far as the CNC upgrades go, I asked if the CNC kits will be sold standalone. The answer is yes. You don't have to go and buy a brand new radio. I asked if all the bits in the CNC package were aluminum. The answer to that is yes. I asked what colors will be available, and they said black, silver, gold, red, and purple at the time of the release. They may add others depending on feedback from the community. I asked how much the CNC kits will cost, and the manufacturer's suggested retail is $59.90, and the CNC folding handle is $12.90. So remember, if you get the CNC kit, that doesn't necessarily include the folding handle. If you want that, you're going to shell out a few extra bucks. I also asked when and where these upgrades will be available, and the answer was in the next week or so from the traditional Radiomaster resellers. So it sounds like they're busy populating the supply chain, and you should be able to get your hands on these goodies pretty soon. Regarding the leather side grips, I asked if they're going to be an optional upgrade, and the answer is yes, for 14 bucks, which isn't bad if you want that kind of extra bling. And I gotta tell you, man, I love leather. I'm really happy with that. I'll probably buy an extra set just to have them as spares when I wear these out. I also asked if these are real leather or synthetic, and the answer is they're real leather. So this is not pleather. And I have to admit, I just did something off camera I didn't want you guys to see, but I sniffed it, and it's definitely real leather. So very cool. I asked about the color options on the leather, and initially they'll be brown, cowboy, which is sandy brown, and black. And as you can see, I got the black version. Well guys, on so many levels, I can't even tell you how thrilled I am that Radiomaster made these changes to the radio. I kind of feel a little bad about my old TX16s because while it's still a fantastic looking radio and very businesslike, I like the graphics and the color scheme and the arrangement and how everything looks, but man, I gotta tell you, this thing just takes it to a whole new level. I mean, I can't, it's hard to put it in words. I've got a couple of pictures that I'll put on the Discord server so you guys can go and take a look at some of the detailed pictures of this thing, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man, this is a really cool looking radio. If you haven't bought a TX16s and you're waiting, this is the time. This is the time. Wait for the color options to hit the market out there, get yourself a CNC bling package, and go nuts, man. I'm gonna tell you what, this is a really cool looking radio. I want to thank Radiomaster for bringing me on as an official reviewer and a content creator. I really look forward to continuing my relationship with the TX16s, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for the future. But for now, I'm going to have a lot of fun moving everything over to this radio. But man, I got to bind everything again. Can you believe that? But I don't care, it's going to be worth it. I'm looking forward to it. This is a very cool looking radio, guys, and the cool part is you've got options. You can put your own color combo together and make it however you want it to look. So be on the lookout in the retail channel for these upgrades. They're coming soon. And that's all I've got for today. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell so you know when new material hits the channel. For the rest of you guys, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to use my affiliate links at Banggood and Amazon, and check out the t-shirt store. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.